The car was brought in, right? You felt it needed to be done today. That's what
And
you
I have
did.
witnesses to that. My mechanic heard it, the shop boy heard it, everybody heard it.
Yeah, and I actually didn't hear Skip say anything to the contrary.
Well, that's
Right?
good.
Yeah.
Good. Somebody's car kicks out in the middle of the highway or something, that's a pain in the butt. That's serious time. You
Yeah.
know?
And it's, I don't know, it sounds to me like maybe frustrating to hear somebody later on say, no, I would have taken it as is and would have done my own thing
Well,
with
it's
it.
just a brick wall. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no give and take here. There's
Yeah.
no, there's no wiggle room at all. It's just like, bang.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I can appreciate your frustration. Certainly can.
Well, thanks.
But now here you are. Okay, now you've got a $700 bill that's outstanding.
Well, and then the small claims court is now $100, so,
Right. So now, you're out
it's
80
$800,
potentially.
yeah.
Right, exactly. So where do you see this going?
What I see us going to small claims court, and the judge is going to make their decision, whatever that's going to be, and that's what I'm going to have to live with. That's what I see.
Quite possibly. But here you are now, and my question to you is, would you like to do something to short-circuit this whole process, move on?
If you have a suggestion, I'll be glad to hear it.
Yeah. So my suggestion is that you make Skip an offer of some sort that leaves him feeling fair, leaves you feeling fair.
Fair to me would be pay the bill. What I would agree to is if he wants to just clear it up, pay the bill, I'll give him $100 off the bill, cancel the small claims court.
Okay.
Let's be finished with it. We both go on our ways and be.
I'm going to present the offer to him and see what he says.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
You bet.
So I got, when you first explained it, how frustrating it was to leave the car thinking it was one number, coming back, no contact, and now it's a whole different number, happens to be double, right? So that kind of makes you feel like a hostage.
That and combined with the fact that he refused to let me have my car.
Yeah.
To me, that's extortion.
Yeah.
That I think most lawyers would say.
Yeah.
You can't, that's not legal.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just hold someone's property that
Yeah.
way.
Well, interesting you brought up lawyers. Now, I hear your point completely, that you felt like you were in a situation that was difficult to get out of when
Yeah.
you were confronted with that. But what do you imagine the legal view is of you going back into the office, grabbing the keys and going? Keys that are yours, but for a car that hasn't been paid for, the service that hasn't been paid for.
Well, given the good faith promise that I made him to pay him the agreed upon price, I fully planned to put the check in the mail as soon as I got home. I didn't want to leave $350 sitting on his desk.
Right.
I just thought that would be irresponsible.
Right.
So I was planning to send him a check immediately.
Right.
But before that could happen, I get the word he's going to sue me. He's taking me to small claims court.
Yeah. Mail the check back.
Yeah.
Right. But now, let's say this thing gets to a small claims court. Becomes part of the public record.
Well, I frankly don't want that to happen. As I said, I'm busy right now, and I would like to get this done today.
Sure.
Did you guys talk about negotiating
We
at
did.
all?
We
'Cause
did.
he hasn't been willing to negotiate anything up to this point.
We did, and actually, Michael made an offer, and so I want to check in with you and see what kind of an offer do you think is fair, just so we get a sense of where you guys are. So, what do you think is a good way to end this, so that you can walk out of here now, shake hands, and move on with life?
Well, I would be willing to give him another 100, and make it 450.
Okay.
If that will calm the waters and let me go home.
Okay.
That would be okay. I can do that today.
I think you guys are aligned in the spirit of getting rid of this, finishing, and
Yes.
not making it public, not going to court. His number is 600. That's what he wants. He said he'll give you 100 off the price, which is ironic because you're saying you would give him 100 off, 100
Yeah.
more than you were willing
Yeah.
to pay. So the spirit is there.
What we're talking about is the money.
I
Now,
think-
if there's that much difference, I'll tell you how far I'm willing to go.
Sure.
I would be willing to split the difference
Okay.
with him.
Okay.
He wants 350 more.
Yeah.
What about 175?
Okay.
More.
So 175.
That's meeting right dead in the middle, and we all go home
So 525, is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, that's possible. Sure. His first offer was 100 more than what he owed, which is very symmetrical because yours was 100 less than you felt owed.
Yeah, right, okay.
And in terms of the money, that's sort of the crux of it, as what he offered is to split the difference. And he is willing to give you 525 and call the whole thing done.
So the original 350 plus 175, it doesn't cover my parts.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm doing really is covering my costs.
Right. I can go back, I can tell him that, I can bring him back, I can tell him that, but at some point, we're reaching the point of diminishing returns here.
Yeah, if that's his best offer, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Let's go to court. I think the judge is going to do better than 525.
Well, maybe the judge will.
Maybe.
But then you got to think about your opportunity cost, right, and your court costs, and time off.
Yeah, at this point, I don't
And
really
all
care. It's like it's the principle of the thing. I feel like he's being, frankly, such a jerk that I would feel bad about myself if I gave in to this.
Right. So what's the principle of this stuff that you're describing? What is holding you from just saying, okay, let's do a deal, and what's driving you to court?
I think I'm right, and I think I'm going to win.
Well, you've got court costs, you've got your time off.
The court costs are done already. I already filed the thing.
Okay, so you've got $100 in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's gone.
Okay, how long would a trial take if it's a small claims court?
10 minutes probably, I mean.
Okay, maybe, or maybe not. It'd be maybe 10 minutes of trial, but it sounds like it'd be the waiting time. It doesn't really go on your clock,
Well, that's true, the waiting time.
right?
Right.
So you've got to think about what you'd be rather doing, playing golf and all of that. How much is that worth,
Right. Okay.
right? Okay.
I see why you're doing this job. You're good at it.
So, right now you're at 600 and he's at 525.
Right. So we're
Okay.
$75 apart.
So he's $75 apart, okay?
Ay, 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 ay. Wait a minute. So he's offering 175 more. 225. 75. Okay. I will accept 575, and that's it. That's my final offer. I'm not talking about it anymore. If he wants to do that, fine. If not, that's it.
575.
That's it.
Okay,
That is my last word on the subject.
okay.
I'm done.
We spoke with Michael, okay, and so we have another offer on the table. You guys were a little bit apart before.
Yeah.
You were at 525. So what Michael said he will accept is 575.
575, and we're done.
We're done.
All right, I got to get out of here.